Okay, so let's turn over the cards. Well, between these two and this one, we're talking about your money and your health, Cancer. We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Pentacles and of course the Seven. Like I said, I'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles can mean two things to me and they're totally opposite, but let's take a look at how this works with the 10. I use my pen. So we have the 4 here, and this guy is obviously holding on to his money as his feet on two of the pentacles. He's holding one safely and he's balancing on his crown, his crown chakra. So it either means that you're watching your budget, you're watching your money, the income that's coming in, you may have some additional expenditures going out, so you may be paying attention to that. On the other hand, it can mean opportunities, financial opportunities that come to you, or abundance that comes to you, or maybe, you do a scratch off. It can mean that as well, or someone offers you employment or, do an extra job or extra project. And, when I look at these two cities, it reminds me, this guy here, he's holding on to the money, but the cities in the background say, if you turn around, there's abundance behind you. Excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat today. So let's talk about how this works with the 10 of Pentacles. Now, the 10 of Pentacles is very much, happy around the money. It can mean inheritance. It can mean different generations living under one roof. It's about, kids. It's about parents, grandparents, probably, like I said, living around one or living under one roof. Or it can mean estate money or just old money, like not that the money itself is old, but money running in the family, or the family has generationally had money and they've hung on to it, which would be very similar to that. It can also represent a wealthy investor or a museum or a luxurious house or, something like that is an actual location. So some of you all are going to be investing. Some of you all, it's more like it might be that you're getting money or you're asking for a loan. It might be that your family is helping you with money so that you can further your career. That's interesting how these are playing out. Both Pentacle cards, I feel like they're very closely playing together. And the 7 of Pentacles, we'll just go ahead and put this down here, means taking a time out from a project so that you can further enhance it. So maybe you've been doing that and it's shown you to either watch your bottom line, or it's giving you a blessing of more abundance. It could be your health. Maybe your health is getting better. This would be a yes card. If I asked if someone's health were getting better, if they were across the table from me or on the phone with me or whatever, and I pulled the 10 of Pentacles, I'd say, yes, your activity is getting better. Your way of eating might be getting better. Your lifestyle, maybe you're quitting smoking, or you're watching your diet. You're doing your diet differently, or drinking less. Just saying, it's a number of things, but it's around the Pentacles and your money. Okay. And your body and your health and your property. Okay. Wow. Cancer. This goes into, these are all Pentacle cards so far. This is the 8. And this goes into March. And then we have the Queen of Swords. She's standing out, isn't she? So the 8 of Pentacles tells me that you all have figured out a way to make things happen. Looks like the first 2 weeks of March, you're really starting to, get it going. You're starting to see that income come in. You're starting to see that balance sheet looking a little bit better for some of you Cancers. And it's not without hard work that you've been doing this, or at least some manifesting, imagination. How can I make this work? How can I see a better bottom line? How can I make my body more healthy and happy and whole? Geez, this guy's working diligently. This could be a promise of a new offer of some kind to you. Okay. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Now that's interesting. She comes up. She would be an air sign. She would be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And this can be a male too. So don't get fooled by the Queen. This could be a male or female. Okay, so he's facing her and she's reaching out. Use my pen here. She's reaching out. Okay, so I have a couple questions for you Cancers. Is this woman someone you admire, someone you look up to? Are you trying to make her happy financially? Maybe this is a relationship and her or him? Or is this someone you're trying to get their business? She has her sword pointed up at the Ten of Pentacles. So she may have something to do with this dynamic here, this family dynamic inheritance. Just saying. You all let me know in the comments below who this Queen of Swords is. The Queen of Swords, by the book, can mean very intelligent, very cunning, very witty. I say witty. Not so much in a social way, but more sharp-minded. She cuts through the BS, as you can see. She's got her sword. She's like, we're going to cut through that. She makes things happen. She's intelligent. She would be, if she did work, a professor or a teacher. She uses her mind. So let me know how this works out. She could be a judge. So if there's a settlement case, that could be about these two cards here. Okay. All right. Let's see what the clarification card is from 1 month to the next. Now, you all let me know, because the court cards, are different for everybody, obviously. Man or woman, one of the air signs. So let me know in the comments below. Okay, now we have, and I'm reading these face up, the Temperance card. Major Arcana card. So this is about staying balanced, staying grounded. Here's the crown in the background. So that's kind of like the, follow the yellow brick road and there's enlightenment. You'll see Oz, or, I'm being playful, but you know what I'm saying. She represents an angelic quality. She represents hope and optimism. She seeing life as a flow from, back and forth, one cup to the other. And that would be you, Cancer. You're very watery, nurturing, loving. So this is a being patient and diplomatic from this February to March. All right. Okay, so let's see what the crystal has to say for, that's interesting, for Cancer for mid-February to mid-March. Well, I'm getting all sorts of geometric shapes. So I'm getting circles. I'm getting triangles. I think I kept noticing the triangle here. So what does a triangle mean to you? What does literally a triangle mean to you? Of course, it can be 3 people. It can. But what else does it mean to you? Documents, papers. Some of you have some papers on your desk or bills you need to pay. Well, that's almost all of us. But I do feel like some of you are thinking quite a bit about that. The last part of February and beginning of March. Maybe you're starting to get your business in order, more and more so. It might be, it's almost tax time. So it could be that. Let's see what else comes up for Cancer. Okay, so your totem animal is a Sphinx. I'm getting some really good ones today. The last one was, I think for Gemini, it was a unicorn. For you guys, it's the Sphinx. The Sphinx rises from the ashes. The Sphinx rises. Very strong, let's say connuation. What am I trying to say? Not that word. Connotation. I wanted to thank myself for remembering. Connotation there. The Sphinx. What does the Sphinx mean to you? Interesting. Rising up. Okay, anything else that comes up for Cancer? And this Sphinx is what you would normally see as them lying down with their long legs in front of them, but also up in the body part like they're ready to take off. Interesting. I'm seeing a rainbow of colors, especially green. So green represents to me the heart chakra, and the heart chakra, of course, is love. It's creativity. It's about your health and your body and the flow of life with the flow of liquid circulating through. So we have that again. All right, Cancer. Interesting. And so pay attention to your circulatory system. Pay attention. You may want to walk more, get out more. I know in some parts of the U.S. it's really cold right now and it's challenging. But see what you can do, a little bit. Get that body moving some if you have not been. Get the body moving. Sometimes we sit too much, don't we? Okay, so let's go ahead and add up the cards here. We have, and I'm not going to use this one because it's not the main spread, but it is interesting to say, when you need to take a time out, Cancer, take that time out. Don't abort the mission, but do some planning. All right. So we have 4 and 10 is 14. And we have another 14. This is 14, so that's 28. And 28 and 8 is 36. 37. 3 and 7 is a 10. And 10 is deduced to 1 is I can do it. It's self-confidence. It's confidence. It's like having the go power, the juice to make things happen. And it's very much a number of creativity. So and courageousness. So it's 3 C's: courageousness, creativity, and confidence. So any of you all that were born on the 10th or the 1st or the 19th or the 28th, or that's your life path in numerology, you're all of the above, what I just said. Right? Okay, and 10 in the major arcana is the Wheel of Fortune. I love this for you all. So the Wheel of Fortune is the karmic wheels of fate are turning in your favor, Cancer. You're figuring something out about your money, for sure. I don't know if you're getting help or you're starting to figure out, oh, you know what, if I do it this way, like, in other words, if you're more efficient with your time, if you work smart instead of working hard all the time, then you see more benefits and rewards. Okay, so the karmic wheels of fate are turning for you. We see the ups and downs of life, but the Wheel of Fortune said it's your time. The Queen of Swords, again, put in the comments below who she is. I'd love to hear.